Hi all, and welcome to Lesson 2 of Ocean 215. Today we're going to be talking about math, variables, and strings. Like this title suggests, we're going to be dividing this lesson into 3 parts: mathematical operations, variables, and strings. Each of these parts is going to be recorded as a separate video, and they're all meant to be watched in order. But I encourage you to take a moment to stretch and have a break between each of the videos. Jumping right into part 1, mathematical operations. One essential function of Python is to do math. So using these arithmetic operators shown here, you can do computations and calculations on any numeric value in Python. For example, if you type in 2 plus 2, your output is going to be 4. Similarly, if you type in 4 minus 2, your output is 2. If you type in 4 times 2, notice that multiplication in this case is an asterisk. Your output is going to be 8. If you type in 8 divided by 2, your output is 4. If you want to do 2 to the 4th power, notice that this exponential is 2 asterisks in a row. Your output is going to be 16, which is 2 times 2, 4 times. Now, the remainder function here gives the leftover amount after the numerator has been divided by the denominator. So in this case, we have 16 divided by 5, which is 3 with 1 left over. So the remainder function returns that 1. The floor function sort of does the opposite of that, where we have the maximum number of times the denominator can go into the numerator. So in this case, 5 goes into 16, a maximum of 3 times. Using these arithmetic operators in Python is a lot just like using a calculator. An example of when you'd use these operations is to do unit conversions. So for example, if I were given the length of something in inches, but I wanted to convert it to centimeters, I would just divide by our conversion factor of 2.54 centimeters per inch. Similarly, if I were given a distance of something in kilometers, and I wanted to convert that to centimeters, I would multiply by a conversion factor of 100,000, or 10 to the 5th, using our exponential arithmetic operator there. Now, if you notice, I divide here and I multiply here, and that depends on the units of our conversion factor. And this is also to say that units are very important in what we do. So whenever you guys are doing homework or activities in class, we would like you guys to try and use units. Like any other time using mathematical operators, Python follows a specific order of operations. So it's necessary to think a little bit about parentheses. Python will compute operations inside of parentheses first, exponents next, multiplication and division, as well as remainders in the floor next. And it'll do addition and subtraction. This order of operations in Python is probably pretty familiar to a few of you as PEMDAS, which is the used acronym for remembering the order that things go in. So it's PEMDAS. You just have to remember that the remainder and floor are sort of counted as multiplication and division. The example here is really emphasizing that you can have drastically different answers if you change the location of the parentheses. So if you notice here, the first thing that's going to happen is this 4 to the 4th power, and then you're going to add 4, and then you're going to add 4. In this case, the first thing that's going to happen is 4 plus 4, and then you put that to the 4th power, and then you add 4. So you can see that there's a huge difference between those numbers. And then in this case, you're going to have 4 plus 4 happening first again, but now you do 4 to that and then add 4, which again gives you a different number. In this last one, you do 4 plus 4 and then 4 plus 4, and you raise that to each other and you get this number. If in doubt, put more parentheses around an operation that you want to happen first. A little word of caution about that though. If you use a lot of parentheses, you're at more risk for not completing your parentheses. So notice if you don't close your parentheses, meaning you don't have a left parenthesis and a right one, you're actually going to end up with a syntax error, which is this here. This concludes the video for part 1 of lesson 2. I encourage everyone to take a break before the next video, and I will see you there.